Hello guys, my name is Miguel Elvira, and today I wanted to show you the whole process basically of how is it that I take pictures. I edit one picture and then I post it to Instagram. So yeah, this whole video is going to be recorded with the Canon 5D Mark IV, just so you guys know. And without further ado, let's go ahead and do just that. Alright guys, so I just found out who is it that I'm going to be taking pictures with. I'm going to be showing up a little display of her Instagram page just so you guys can know and have an idea of who is it that I'm going to be taking pictures with. We are going to be doing that, I believe, next Thursday. It's going to be a sunny day. That's exactly what I wanted for my pictures. And stay tuned for the upcoming photo shoot. It's going to be fun, great and awesome, okay? So I'll see you there. Alright guys, so today is the big day pretty much, and we are going to be taking some pictures. Now, I'm waiting for my friend and she is coming here in around 10 minutes. So yeah, as soon as she gets here, we are going to be doing that pretty much for the rest of the day. And yeah, let's go have some fun. Hey guys, we're here in this place, in this beautiful forest, this sunny day, and my friend is waiting right there. So yeah, we're going to be taking some pictures and playing with the light and the sun, and I'm going to show you how I take pictures. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so now that we are here, we are going to be finally able to edit one picture. And so yeah, let's go ahead and do just that. Now, for today, I chose this picture from the photo shoot. Now, this picture, I believe it's pretty cool because, you get a lot of contrast and, from the shadows over here and maybe over here. And, she is not really well, the light is not really well with her, so I'm going to be able to play with that and show you guys how is it that I made all the stuff that I do. So while I'm doing it, I'm going to be telling you what I'm doing while I'm doing it, basically. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. First, I like to play with temperature. Right now, I don't think that's necessary because I believe that the picture has a pretty cool temperature right now. Now, if I want to go ahead and change the temperature later, I can always do that. So yeah, for starters, we are going to be playing with the exposure. Now, I like my photos to be, always really well exposed. So over 35, that looks pretty good to me. And also, as I said before, I like my photos to be really contrasted, so I'm going to up that just a little, maybe a little more of exposure. Right there seems pretty cool for the moment. The highlights, I'm gonna bring that all the way down just because the sun over here, it's a little too intense with the exposure and everything. And the shadows, I'm going to up that maybe up to 40. Yeah, that seems pretty good. That way we can see pretty much the subject a lot more clear than before. Now for the darks, because I like my photos saturated, I'm gonna bring them down a lot. Well, not a lot, just around 20, 30. 30 seems pretty cool to me. Now that seems pretty good. And yeah, the saturation, I always bring my photos around -20, -18, something around that. And after I change the saturation of each individual color around here. So that way I can play with the individual colors and I don't have to play, you know, with the whole picture at the same time. So yeah, in curves, what I like to do is play, you know, bring here my shadows, my darks, and you know, bring them down just a little bit, just so that we get like that kind of faded look. This always keep it in the middle, and you know, overexpose just a little bit again the lights, and bring that down there. To me that looks okay. Maybe the contrast is going to look down a little and the shadows up just a little bit. Now for the moment that looks pretty good to me, and as you can see, it's starting to look really different as from before. Okay, so now that we can continue, we can go in here and play with the hue, saturation and luminance. Now, as I said before, you can always go back and play with all the different settings. If you don't like something, you can always go back and play with it, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so right here in the hue, I like to always bring my greens, you know, more in the greenish side, not so much as in the yellow. So right here, I always bring that up a little bit. Always, maybe at 25. That looks pretty good to me. Yeah, that's pretty okay. For the blues and everything else, I think I'm gonna leave it just like that for the moment. Now the saturation, I like to, you know, as I said before, play with the saturation individually with each color. The blues, I don't like that. I never, oh, maybe 30, 40. Maybe at 30. That looks pretty good to me. Yeah, because I don't like too much of blues on my skies. I rather concentrate on the greens and on the skin tones of her. So yeah. Okay, saturation. And now maybe the yellows, I'm gonna desaturate that just a little bit, and the greens just a little bit too. Okay, that's looking pretty good for the moment. Okay, so now that we come here into luminance, now oranges, it's basically what normally controls like the skin tones and everything. So in luminance you can give more light or less light to a specific color, and I always bring my oranges up. Now as you can see, it adds a little bit more light, but because her skin tone is not completely orange, I think it's going, the reds are going to, yeah, the reds too. So I want to, you know, match the same thing, and maybe the yellows a little bit. No, okay, so that's it. But you know what, I'm gonna bring up the yellows just a tiny bit. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Yeah. I'm liking this a lot actually. The blues, I'm gonna bring that up a little bit, just so once again we lose sight of that bluish kind of thing without, you know, bringing the saturation completely down and desaturating the blues completely. I think that for the moment that looks great. Okay, now here in the highlights, it's just to give, you know, like a complete light or tones to the highlights and the shadows. And normally I like to play just in the little details of this, because whenever it's like a sunny day just like this one, I like to take this yellow tint and maybe put it at a 4% in the whole image. That way you don't really see it, but it changes just a little bit the whole picture. And I like to do the same thing with the shadows. Maybe with the shadows bring it down just one. And that way, if I turn it off and on, you can see the picture just changing a little bit, you know, with the yellows on it. Okay, and the sharpening, I don't like to sharpen my images more than they have to be. I like it just as it is. So yeah, I'm going to actually reduce the noise, just so that you get, you know, that smooth picture with smooth edges and everything. And for that, I always bring my noise reduction up to 30 on luminance, and on contrast the same thing, around 30. And once again, you can see, you know, the difference on the picture, and now it's looking a lot more smoother on the edges and everything. Of course, removing chromatic aberration because you don't want any chromatic aberration. And in here, I don't normally use this because I believe that's pretty cool. I don't do any corrections whatsoever in this area, and yeah, for this picture I believe that that's pretty cool. Now around here, I don't like, you know, like the skin tone. I believe that she's still a little too underexposed. So we are going to take the brush and we are going to choose exactly what we want to be a little bit more exposed, which is her completely. For the moment, just to look a little bit more exposure. Maybe there, that seems pretty good. Yup. Okay. Well, that's great. Now you can increase the light of everything if you want to. Now, okay, the eyes, I want to make them pop just a little bit, so we are going to be doing pretty much the same thing. Okay, not too much maybe here. Highlights maybe, and the shadow. Now you don't want to play too much on that, because we're against light, we don't normally see the eyes pop a lot, but I want it to be able to be seen still. And yeah, I believe that that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, as you can see, that's pretty much how I take pictures and I edit them so I get to put them on Instagram. Now, if you want to follow me on Instagram, there's going to be a link down below. So if you want to do that, you go ahead and click on the description. So yeah, I hope this was useful for you, and I hope it was interesting. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Bye.